Please put your hands together for Roslan. All right, he just came in. He's giving his presentation. I'll load it up. You introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Roslan.
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah, emergency came late. Did the slides last minute as well. Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay,
yeah.
Give it up for Roslan.
Hello. Yeah, since I did the slides last minute, I didn't know what kind of title to put, so I just put I don't know what title to give to my story. Sounds don't. No. Grammar mistake? Yeah. Okay, anyway, quickly I wanted to introduce some of the people that went into this crazy ride with me and my wife. And my wife is the second from the right. She's sitting there somewhere, hoping that I won't call her. Hey, they clapped at you. You got two other guys, Rizwan and Faisal. I don't know where they ran to, but they're here as well, because I got them to drive me. And Moja, which I think tried to come but couldn't make it. But anyway, these are the 5 people that is going through this crazy ride with us, with me. We started last year a simple movement where we wanted to get a lot of Kedah people to take pictures and describe what they see. And then these are some of the pictures they had. And in 4 months, we now have more than 400 pictures broken down into themes of environment, education, social, and economics. Hope you guys can see some of these pictures. Not the big ones here, but the ones on that side there. And we call it Yours Truly Kedah. And it's actually a name that my wife gave. And it's fundamentally about people writing a letter and signing on as Yours Truly Kedah. Right? We chose Kedah because we were there doing another project. Some of the examples of submission of pictures that we got, the one that we like to share is this picture by a group called Alphas, and they went to a place in Kedah, Alostar, a place called Kuala Kedah. Do you guys know where Kuala Kedah is? No? Yeah, very smart ass. No, but if you've taken the jetty from Alostar to Langkawi, that will be at Kuala Kedah. So if you face the jetty, if I'm not mistaken, 5 minutes walk to the right of that, you'll see a place called Kampung Lorong Mayat. I don't know how to translate that to English, which is the village of Lorong Alley of Death. Yeah, but the story behind this is because when they first started, it was a sting gun area, illegal housing area. And then the government told them, we'll build you houses. So there was a row of houses that had a lane, and that lane was the lane where people took a lot of dead bodies to the cemetery, so they call it Lorong Mayat. So it kind of grew to Lorong Mayat 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. So it's not like a legal official name, but it's a local name. So we put this under the category of social and economics because when we got when the people that interviewed this Pak Chot, his livelihood was fundamentally about he buys fish. It's a fisherman's village. He cleans it, and after cleans it, packs it, and transports to a local wholesale market. Family of 6. You can see the picture just now. Move. There you go. But fundamentally, this place has 2 major problems, we thought. Drugs, not one of those simple drugs, but really hardcore drugs. It seems that a lot of fishermen's village in the country are a spot for drug activities. And our friend actually put the other issue was cleanliness. When we saw pictures, which I'll show you in a bit, I showed you that day, right? Yeah, I'll show you guys in a bit. Cleanliness doesn't really explain how bad the situation is over there. Yeah, so this is actually, I still don't know how to say it in English, it's a muara sungai. Because it's very close to the jetty, which means it's very close to the sea. So it's like the mouth of the river, but you hardly see the river, right? Yeah, it's a river there, yeah. Somewhere in there, it's a river. And this has been going on for, I have no clue how long. A friend of mine, which is a waste management expert, says that there's piles of garbage that has seeped through to the soil or pasir that has turned the whole thing dark. So the water is actually quite dark. Show you another angle of the picture. Yeah. And the water is pretty dark. So, you know, with drug infested areas, so you don't know what things are going in there, right? So, so these guys that went over there when we did the program said that, you know, they were giving suggestions. So we got people that went around taking pictures and describe the people that lives in the area or the issues that they see. And we wanted them to actually explain or give ideas on how we can solve this without getting any government involvement. So they gave some very simple ideas, no buyer, supplier stops, and so on and so forth. You got a very old Mac, man. It's running slow. But recently we went, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we went in and we met a few more people that lives in the area. Then we found out a lot more stuff. One of them is this uncle. He lives, he for a living, he fillets fish, obviously because it's a fisherman's village. He fillets fish. Any wild guess how much he makes a month? Say again? Slightly lower. He makes 50 cents a kilo. So on a good month, when the fishes come in, he makes about 150 to 200 a month. It's, yeah. And 50 cents a kilo. It's ridiculous. And there's this makcik. It's going to be creep you guys out. Okay, I gotta show you. Guess what's on top? Dried fish. Guess what's at the bottom? Ingredients. Yeah. You know, flies take a shit on this dried fish, right? And what happens to the, you know, the lalat? I don't know, dry it out and die, I guess. He goes, I guess that's why it's very nice, like the mama sweat and shit. So, and this auntie that makes this, guess how much she makes? She makes 20 cents a kilo. So she makes lesser than the uncle just now. Okay, what's wrong with this picture? No prizes, but what's wrong with this picture? I didn't take the staircase, but it's on this side. There's no water, but there's no foundation. The house is on this wooden shit stuff. Sorry, this stuff here. Traditionally, this wood was higher. Anybody want to guess why it was higher before? Because in Kedah, it rained a lot before and there would be floods and the water would not touch the wood. Right? And traditionally, the roof, the bumbung, you know, it's always slanting. It will always come up to almost half of the window because if it rains, it will not touch inside of the house or the wood. So economically, they can't afford anything much like that. So it's flat because it's easy to put, just plunk the damn thing on top, right? And this is even worse. The wood is supposed to go into the infrastructure, right? But it's not. If you look at this really close, it's a batu butter there and a plate there, and they just put the damn thing on top. So the whole house has a slanting. It's slanting to that side, right? Yeah, so, you know, so we thought environment and we thought drugs was an issue. So we thought, no, we found out there was a lot more. So that economic issues, for sure. $100, $200 a month. We kind of spend that in less than a day. They have to work really a lot of hours just to get that much money. Frustration. People go in and out. Research happens in and out. Universities go in and out. But nothing has happened over the last maybe 10 years or so. So they get really frustrated. They're very demanding. Because of all this thing that's happening, they go, you want to come and help me? Sure, give me machineries, give me access to market, give me money. If not, get out of my face. So they're really, really demanding. And because it's considered as a dark area, which means it's really bad drugs over there, you can't have students going at any age to the area because the local Department of Education will not allow it to go. Because something were to happen, then they will get the short end of the stick. Even if you guys were to go, because when we went, you'll have 18-year-old kids, 16-year-old kids coming up to you and offering you these little treats. Not in brownies form, nowhere close to Amsterdam. You know, they just give you, here, try this. Or here, try this. Openly, they are totally stoned in broad daylight. So it's really not safe, really not safe. It's creepy as hell. So can you imagine, we're trying to help the youth, to empower the youth to go and help the poor, And these are happening. And this is not unique to just Lostar or Kuala Kedah. It's actually quite predominant across the country, and I think quite a few other places. So dark area. So how do you solve the problem that we have right now? How do you solve a problem in isolation? You hear a lot of people talking about social development, solving social ills, but they look at only specific issues of the social ills. If it's environment, it's only environment. If you look at education, they only look at education. If you look at houses, they only did houses. But there's so many issues that goes across these underprivileged people in this village that you can't really solve the root of the problem because they will get stuck. They will all get stuck. So I actually have no solution for this. So going back to the story, you guys got a lot of people talking about geotech and stuff. So what's so special about this Australia Kedah, and why did Wuhan wanted me to talk about it? Because when he wanted me to talk, I'm like, it's nowhere close to geotagging or tech. So what's so cool about this project is that we actually built a simple mobile app, a very simple. We didn't even spend more than 10K for this. That little button that I think everybody recognized. So what happens is, all the pictures are taken using Instagram. We didn't spend a single cent building a new app. We did spend a lot of money trying to run programs and activities and spend a bit on the app. But we wanted to show that when you build a program or an activity, that you can actually use basic free tools out there to help you. So we use basic tools and we built a basic app. And I guess this is where you wanted to see, where I can actually see where all these issues are. And the cool part is that I can actually drill it down further. I didn't show you this part, I think. You can actually drill it down further, and actually it goes down further to the specific area of wherever these issues are. So that picture, so I know exactly where all these pictures were taken. So with the picture and the geotag, I actually know which direction the person is looking where they were standing. I don't really care if they name it Kuala Kedah, because it's in the Kuala Kedah vicinity, but not really in the Kuala Kedah area, right? So what that means is that I know specifically where I need to focus on issues or problems, or how do I address these things. The picture just now, if I drill it down further, it's actually nowhere close to the jetty. It's nearer to the river. Then if you just, this was my feeble attempt to put a hybrid. Never mind. So the question is now, with such data, what do we do about it, right? We're trying to do some stuff, but the thing that we're trying to do as well is that because the problem is now, we thought was initially was two, the environment and the drugs. Now you got economics, then you got mindset, which is frustration. And you got social, and you got design. Design as saying the infrastructural design. So it became one of those, I think one mentioned this, I got 99 problems, and garbage is just one of them, by the way. So to actually solve this thing, you need to actually look at all these components and then find a way to solve it. Every one of my friends that has gone really deep into helping these people, or underprivileged people, or even prisoners, juveniles, it all boils down to several little common areas, which is drugs and so on. So like I said, we have no solution for this. Faisal, Adan, Shida, my wife Moja, we have no solution for that. We call people that have passion to try and help out. We call people that wants to try and contribute or to even invest. You hear everybody talking about social investment, but nobody has even told me how a social investment model looks like. Theoretically, I know lah, but if I give you $1 million, I give you back $1 million at the very least, right? But the structure, how do you do valuation, how do you do all this stuff? So our second phase that we're trying to do is we're going to try and make this into yours truly Malaysia. So our second phase is going to start over the next 6 months. We're going to look at KL. So we're going to call it, I think this morning we decided to call it YT Cool. Airport KUL, so we're going to call it YT Cool. KUL, we're also going to try and do yours truly JB, yours truly Ipoh, yours truly Kuantan. Why these places specifically? Because we know people in these areas. Plus KL is cheaper because you can just talk to people, go around, take pictures, but don't make it as a complaint platform. Take pictures, describe this problem that you have, and provide ideas for solution. And geotag. And then that hashtag YTKUL. No big deal, not so hard. Good picture, bad picture, it doesn't matter. So we're testing in the next 6 months potential investment models, sustainable model, and how to scale it. And that's basically it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roslan. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, you can have it back. Hold on. Oh, there are questions?
Please.
Okay. I got some more thumb drives. Normally we don't do Q&A, but because I got thumb drives, so can somebody help me sort the mic to them? No. We're okay to take some Q&A? I want to make sure that the crowd's okay. Yeah? Okay.
I just want to ask, why do they earn such low wages, and how do they survive on such low wages? Don't know.
I really don't know. I think it comes to a point where if that's how much you have, that's how much you have.
Okay.
See, the thing is, we spend that kind of money in less than an hour sometimes, right? And these guys have to work really hard just to get that kind of money. So if that's the only choice you have, that's the only choice you have. If you look at the places, for an example, as an analogy, if you look at an example somewhere nearby, sorry, dude. So, dude, that kind of picture scares me, man. If you look at somewhere nearby, urban poor flats that's in Bangsa South, do you know that they have about an average of 6 to 8 people that lives in a 500 square feet. That's all they can afford. I know families that has enough money to send only one child to school. And the rest say, sorry, I don't have any more money.
No, but I mean, like, if they have such products, right, like they fillet fish and all, then why can't they just export it outside of their region?
Because it's not theirs. They're selling it to a middleman.
Oh, that's sad.
There, yeah.
Okay.
That really sucks. So, yeah.
Okay.
Throw it.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, but that's fundamentally the reason. There's always somebody making a lot more money than the people that actually works hard for it.
Sorry, I got one more. Has actually the government actually come over to help out, or?
Yeah.
Because the dump is like, that's the worst I ever seen in Malaysia, actually.
Well, you'll see. I've seen a lot more. They do. What happened is that initially the local municipal, the Dewan Bandaraya of Alor picked it up, but then they moved it. They moved the location to another place. So the penduduk or the villagers kind of said, yeah, you move it lah, but I still want you to come and pick it up.
Oh.
It's not that they don't pick it up. They do, but they just picked up at another place. So now it's no longer the government's issue. It's like, I do pick it up. You just don't bring it to a point where I pick it up. Weird, right?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
The main concern of this kind of issue should be the government. So shouldn't this application count on their funds or support? So are you thinking of working with them?
No, the reason for that is actually very simple. I've had experiences working with the government, and if I depend on them too much, these things will never work. What we've done so far over the last 6 months or so, it's all based on our own money. We're investing our own funds in it. I used to work for the government, so I kind of know how they think. But yeah. No, it's still not open. But right now, if you want to just take pictures, even in KL, hashtag #YTKUL, but then I'll collect it at the back, but make sure that it's not a bitching platform, because it's so easy to complain. Describe what you see, good or bad. Even if you go back to your hometown and you go, this thing will be probably good in Malaysia, take that picture, hashtag, and describe what you see and recommend that this could be done in KL. For example, if you've been to Bali, anybody? There you go. There is a place called the Bali Green School. Anybody heard of it? Yeah. So we went there. It is so easy to do. It's all made of bamboo. They make money from the bamboo, but they actually provide preschool and junior high type of classes to students that wants to come and learn. So it's actually an international private school, but it's priced cheaper than that, but more expensive than the local schools. But they also have a program where whoever that pays the international students that comes over there, their fees is paying for some of the students in the vicinity of the village. And what they teach these kids is, one, the basic math, science, but they also teach them how to love the earth. So each and every one of them will have groups, broken into groups to say, you take care of a paddy field. You start from the beginning, plant the paddy seeds, and the whole work sampai habis, until it's all done and you eat. If you tell them, if they will ask some of the kids, "We're gonna have pancakes and chocolate." So they expect pancakes and chocolate in the morning, but what happens is that they'll teach these kids how to get the coconut beans, make your own pancakes, where does the pancake flour and all that comes from, and they'll teach the whole works. So you get a very more well-rounded kid, which hopefully will grow up to be a more well-rounded person. Even taking care of animals, you know, anywhere from cattle to chicken. Yeah. Excellent question.
Are we good? Anyway, he's online. You can always bug him online and ask him everything and all that. If he doesn't answer you, just pass it to me and then I'll bug him. I know where he lives. Give it up for Roslan. My co-organizer has a word. Yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, so thank you all very much for coming out this evening. Anyone here developed a new idea for something to do with a map tonight? He
owns it.
New idea? No? Yeah? There's a hint. Anyone else? There's still a few thumb drives here.
I'll throw some. Who learned something new tonight? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can give it all up. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's too easy. I'm sorry, I just cramped your...
All right, guys, 3 quick things. We are very keen to get together a regular spatial meetup to discuss development applications. So if you're keen, hit me up on Facebook. Don't know whether we'll have enough content to cover a monthly meetup, but maybe quarterly at least, so do get in touch. If you are going to embark on any spatial developments and you want someone to bounce some ideas off, have a chat, even if you don't want to use our platform, give me a shout. Very happy to meet up, have a coffee. I'm on the group. Finally, we launched our new website a few weeks ago. And we've got an initiative that I just wanted to announce, which is what we're calling the public interest portals. So anyone who's got a spatial idea, they want to build an app based on a map, but don't necessarily have a budget for enterprise technology, we are giving away up to $250,000 a quarter in licensing for these portals that we do believe will have a positive impact on society or Malaysia. So have a look at our website and get in touch. Thanks very much.
How many of you will be interested to join this Facebook group? Explore Geo. There you go. So I'll get him to set up that group, and we'll post it on the WebCamp Facebook group. You can hit him up. The way we do things here is that if you guys generate content and you need a platform, you need a stage to talk about it and knowledge share and get more people on board, we've got the venue, we've got the space, and you got me ninjaing out and getting people to rush their presentations from a remote island somewhere or just rushing around some. So that's how we roll. I hope you all enjoyed yourself this evening. No? This is not our day job, right? We are nerds, we are geeks, we are coding, we are doing stuff and so on and so forth. And then we say, hey, we need to come and share some of the stuff. Roslan, for example, there are people you got to talk to here because these guys got the maps. You got the need. You got to meet the need for speed. Let's hack this shit. Round of applause to the GeoMash guys. They pretty much kick off this idea. And hey, that's it. We're calling it a night.